Good morning. Today, as planned, revision. Not much else except that supervision that I've got tonight. It's not until 7 PM, and it's a double supervision, so that'll be fun. Last one though, last supervision ever. And what a surprise! Look, they're cutting the grass down there again. Like, just daily they're doing something down there. So noisy. I'm gonna start revising in here, see how it goes. Maybe I'll go to a library somewhere if my progress is slow. I'm gonna finish revising NLP from yesterday and then revise optimizing compilers, which is a huge course. So much to learn, or rather so much to remember. Things that I did learn once but have forgotten since, because it was months ago. It is just so important to refresh your memory with things. Just because you understand it once perfectly, it doesn't mean you'll understand it in 6 months when it's time for the exam. Any chance you get, go over things again. I know it's really hard to do, and I mean, I obviously haven't done it. This is why I've forgotten basically everything from comparative architectures, but you should, if you can. It actually looks really hard to cut the grass on the edge of the river like that. I would so accidentally drop it into the river and then fall in. I've just remembered that I need to go and buy a birthday card. So I haven't really done much work yet, but I'll take a break and run to a shop. Okay, card acquired. There is one course summarised on an A3 sheet of paper, natural language processing. Now I will move on to optimising compilers. The best type of revision depends on two things. It depends on how best you learn, and it depends on what you're trying to learn. So you saw I just made that big spider diagram thing for natural language processing. I found that for this particular course, this was the most useful way to quickly make sure I know everything, because most of it's just like concepts that I need to be aware of. So I can just sort of write out the concept without much explanation. Optimizing compilers, on the other hand, is full of algorithms, and just writing the name of the algorithm on a spider diagram is not going to be as useful as either practicing the algorithm if I'm expected to like apply it to something, or writing out the algorithm. So for this course I'm going to like make actual notes. I'm basically just going to turn the lecture slides into a really condensed version in my own words. Sometimes, especially for GCSE and A-levels, past papers are the way to go, because GCSEs and A-levels have this nice thing where pretty much everything in the course comes up in past papers or in exams over so many years. So if you do enough of them, you basically see the whole course, and then things repeat. Things don't tend to repeat as much in university, so doing old questions from previous years, often you're just revising stuff that won't come up again because it's come up before. Again, this depends on who set the question and what the course is and which university you're at, more than likely. My point is that there's not one good type of revision to do. Just because you saw me do a spider diagram there doesn't mean you should do the same for your revision. You need to assess what you need to learn, what your weaknesses are with the subject. So with NLP there, I lacked an overall sense of what was in the course, how it was structured, and what things linked to other things. So you need to look at what you're trying to achieve. You need to think about how best you learn. Sometimes past papers just work well for people. Other times reading through the notes works well. Sometimes you might want to write out your own notes. You could give yourself some sort of quiz. You could revise with somebody else, as long as you're not just going to waste time together. And then you need to look at the content that you're actually revising. Three lectures through optimizing compilers. Now I'm going to go for dinner, then afterwards I've got my final supervision. Oh, I've got 5 minutes. I'm so hungry.
Answering the exam. All nice and simple.
Yes.
Well, I don't think I'll have much choice, to be honest. I don't have enough courses.
Journey of that.
The most maths I've needed to know is various bits of crypto for the various security issues we've had.
And that was my last ever supervision in Cambridge. Double supervision to end with. Now I've got no more. All I've got left to do as part of my degree is the 3 exams next week. No more supervision work, no more lectures, no more supervisions, no more meetings to go to, no more anything. Just exams. Kind of strange. Everything is coming to an end. It's taken up just like so much of my life. We have short terms, but it takes up the whole year just doing work, and there's just always stress associated with getting supervision work done and learning all of this content and preparing for the exams at the end of each year. And slowly this is all just ending. Suddenly supervision work stress, it's just gone. Never do it again. And next year there'll be a whole new set of undergrads starting to go through the whole thing. Maybe you'll be one of them, or maybe you can be one of them the year after or a few years down the road, and you can go through this 3 years of the same thing. But my 3 years is nearly finished. And on that note, I'll end. Thanks for watching.